Hi everybody, Karen Rao Carter here. It's time to move your stuff and change your life. Or maybe it's time to just repair your stuff. Sometimes it's as simple as getting your things in good working order. That makes a huge difference on how you live your life. Now, I'm always listening to my clients' complaints, what's going on in their life, and that helps me go directly to the source of the environment thing that I want to change. So, for example, I recently had a client that she's just like, ooh, I'm not as sharp as I used to be. I think it's my age, da, 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 da. And I'm like, what? Not as sharp as I used to be. Where am I going? Do you have an idea? Think about it, I'm not as sharp as I want to do. I'm looking at the sharpness of the things that should be sharp in her house. Make the connection between the words that you say. How are you languaging your situation in life that you don't like? Are you just like, oh, I'm so drained all the time? I'm probably looking at your drains, right? You're not as sharp as you used to be. How sharp are things in your house? Think about the words you're using. It's quite comical when you actually start listening. As a matter of fact, maybe you and your partner or you and a friend could sit down and just rip and just let it just complain, and let the other person write words that sounded, unique, that they thought maybe they could find the essence of that in their house. If there's no sharpness, essence, energy in the house, there's no potential for sharpness in the people's lives. So that's how I'm, bouncing around as a consultant. I'm like, what did you say? What did you say? And I'm listening very carefully about what they're saying is going on in their life and hitting the exact words, the verbs, the nouns. People personify their house. They're like, oh my God, my house needs a facelift. I'm like, what? And then they also complain in very architectural terms. It's like I'm running into a brick wall with everything I do. And then there they've got their desk facing a wall right in front of their face. Or maybe they're walking in the front door and there's a wall really close that you have to go right or left because it's just right in your face. Maybe it's even in the bedroom. You walk in the bedroom and it's the side of the closet straight ahead that you have to go right or left to dodge the side of the closet. That's a wall coming right up to your face, and you have to negotiate around it. Thus the complaint, it's like I'm running into a wall. I can't get ahead. There's no forward movement. I feel stuck. So some of the cures for those situations would be, well, certainly if I could get my desk not facing a wall, I usually say the more space in front of your face, the more opportunity you'll have. So, but if maybe there's that side of the closet door that comes into your bedroom and you're like, what can I do about that? Place a picture that has a really far depth, like it's a 1-point perspective. You know how the railroad tracks go all the way down to a point. So think about a 1-point perspective type of piece of art that has a very distant view, over the hill, over the hill, over the hill, over the hill, off into the distance, to give it a sense of space. I would not put a mirror directly opposite of a front door or directly in line with the door because it's a little disconcerting for one, and also it actually creates the reflection of the door in the mirror, creating that front door, back door. Remember, in Feng Shui, there's no difference between it or a reflection of it. So now you've just got the two doors aligned, and I call that diarrhea of the house, in the door and out the door, right? So we don't want to fall victim to the diarrhea of the house situation from an energy standpoint. So I would choose a piece of art that has a very, very far distant view that can bring about that sense of space so you don't feel like you're beating your head against the wall. Ooh, what are some other complaints? I hope I've got your juices flowing as far as the ideas of what do I say all the time? How do I complain? Oh, I had one lady who said her drawers were stiff. They wouldn't open easily. And I thought, what a weird What a weird way to describe the drawers. Maybe I would have said stuck. I don't know. I just know stiff wouldn't have been the choice of word that I chose. And her hands were all like you open the drawer and it doesn't come with you, right? Ow! So she had very stiff fingers that went right with the stiff drawers. Let's say your complaint is, I can't get a handle on it. I just can't get a handle on it. Where are we going with this? Can you think of it? 1, 2, 3, do, 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 do. What do you got? Handles, door handles, drawer handles. Look at your handles. Are they wobbly? Are they, what's going on? Maybe you've got the joint issues. Maybe the hinges of the doors, the windows. Maybe it's even a sectional. I have found a lot of hip issues where the hip joint is weird. And they always have this weird broken sectional where the things don't clip in together to make it a tight sectional, or the leg is weird, something like that. Of course, if you have anything to do with your legs, look at the legs of the furniture, right? Oh my gosh, I could go on and on and on. But I hope you're getting the idea of how I think as a Feng Shui consultant, when I'm coming into your space and I'm looking for that nail on the head item that's going to make a huge flip, switch, change to make that occur in your life. I often say if it, maybe 6 weeks or less, I will see the change. I mean, you will see the change, not me, but it's like, it could be immediate. I've had things go immediately changed, and I've had things take up to 6 weeks. But for the most part, you're gonna get some result showing up, and I would say within 6 weeks. That's just a very standard from most of my clients of doing this for 30 years. So listen to your complaints, be on the lookout for what those words that you've chosen, handles, drain, sharp. Think about the words you're choosing and what could that be reflecting in your home. See if you can make a change. I'd love to see some befores and afters, and I will also say, especially if they're funny to you, because quite often it's comical what people find. They're like, that's so obvious, how did I not see that, right? So like my client the other day, that she had a leg issue and she had a collection of canes, right? It's like, she's like, how did I not get that? She goes, I've never used them, they're just a collection. I'm like, yeah, but they're canes. So she created the situation where there she is collecting these things to help her walk, and then she gets the issue. How weird. So anyway, let's go for those success stories. Show me the funniest ones that you've got about, look at what my complaint was and look at what was in my house. Maybe you're saying, oh my God, we're always trying to one up each other. We're just always trying to win. Why aren't we a consistent couple? And then they've got the games where you got to win the game in the relationship corner, the back right-hand area of the house. Games in the relationship area are making competition for the couple, right? One-upmanship, not togetherness. I could go on and on and on. That's enough. That's enough for today. I hope this is inspiring you to get in there, listen to your complaints, go look for it, send me the picture. I'd love to see it. I think everybody would love to see it, right? Let's share some things, and maybe by looking at somebody else's thing that they found in their house, it will say, oh my God, I've got that same thing and the same issue. So let's get a thread going here, and we'll talk to you soon.